Welcome everyone, welcome to my channel. Thank you for watching. Today we're going to be making a dishwashing soap. So for your dishwasher, when you use those pods, and I'm guilty of using those pods too, but they say that you get some small amount of plastic residue on your dishes. So I'm going to be making my own. We're going to be putting it in a jar, and that way I can scoop it into my dishwasher so we can kind of get away from some of this plastic stuff we've been ingesting, I guess. So I'm going to go ahead and start that. So we need 1 cup of baking soda, laundry booster, baking Arm & Hammer washing laundry booster, washing soda. So that's what we need. And I just got these from Amazon. I don't know if this will help me get this open or not. No. There. Okay. So we need 1 cup, and this is pretty similar to a cup. Oh, it's just on the bottom. Pretty similar to a cup. So we're going to be using 1 cup of this soda. If we get it to pour out or not, I don't know. Trying my best. Oh, and then it really comes out. Okay. Okay, so we have that. I'm going to have to wash down my counters really good. So we have 1 cup per se. 1 cup. I didn't want to use a household cup with this stuff, so I'm using this laundry cup that comes on the laundry, big laundry thing. So anyway, we need that, and then we need 1/4 cup of citric acid. We have that here. And of course, it's not going to be easy to get it open. Those scissors, I've been using those scissors for everything, and they're pretty junky. So we're just going to kind of take it out, turn it around, leave it in this plastic. And then it says pull tab. So we're going to pull this tab here. Maybe. Pull tab. Alright. Oh, that's pretty slick. Okay. And then we need, like, of the citric acid, we need 1/4 cup. 1/4 cup of this. So we're just going to fill this cup, which is pretty close to, you can get 1/4. Might have a little too much. Pour a little back. And it has a little zipper thing, so we can zip it, and then it has this thing, and we'll tape that shut. Okay, so then we have our citric acid, and then 1/4 cup of Himalayan salt. Now, I thought I had a lot of Himalayan salt around here, and then when I went to look for it, I didn't have it, so I had to order it from Amazon. So I can actually put this in my cupboard. So we need 1/4 cup. This is 1/8 of a cup. Eight. Pretty close. 1/4. Good enough. For this kind of stuff, good enough. Okay, so we have that, and then it says 20 drops of essential oil, and I thought I would use this grapefruit. I have this grapefruit citrusy essential oil, and so smells good. So we can get it 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Good enough. We might even have a little 21 on there. Oh well, that's just fine. Okay, so we have that, and so then we just want to stir it up. Use the back of this. So we're just going to stir it up, and I'm going to see how, I just made a little bit, only a little bit. I want to see how well I like this, how well it works. And they say that you only need a teaspoon in the dishwasher. So you put a teaspoon in the dishwasher. So that's what we're going to do. And I'll probably leave this little scoop in there too. So we have a scoop that fits down in there. And then, let me see if I have a label. I don't know if I have a label. Always when you make things like this, always label everything. You don't want someone to think that they can eat this, right? So always label everything. So I'm going to see if I can find a label. Otherwise, I'll just use a piece of paper and tape it on. I had a whole bunch of labels in here when I was really doing my cookies and really baking a lot. And all of a sudden, I don't have, oh, maybe I do. Oh, I do have one. Cool. Okay, let me find a pen. Where? So this is Dishwashing Detergent. Put that on there. And then I'm going to put it in my little cupboard down here. And I'm going to try it. The next time, I'm going to put this out there. Citric acid. I don't know what else I would use this for. I think I'm going to put it in the, I'm going to tape this closed and put it, of course it has a little zipper thing, but I never get those things to work. Do you guys get those little zippers on packages to work? Mine don't. I'm going to tape this closed. And then it's been super hot here, very hot. Today it's 92. Yeah, 92 right now. So I'm staying inside, staying cool. And then I'm going to put this in my laundry room. I probably should have done this in my laundry room, but I have the ugliest laundry room you've ever seen in your life. So we're going to put this in the laundry room. Himalayan salt, we can eat that. That's fine. That could stay in the kitchen. But these other couple things, let me put just a little tape over this. I like to keep things kind of sealed. And then this thing too can go in the laundry room. Okay, let me get rid of this stuff and wash off my counter. Oh, and the oil goes in my laundry room because I always make up different softeners and sellwoods. Okay, and then we can get rid of the pink Himalayan salt. We might want to fill up a little jar with this. I'm going to kind of leave this out because I'm all out. So if a recipe calls for salt, I like to try to use that. All right, we're going to get rid of this Amazon bag. Wash off our scissors. Put our tape kind of back. And then we're going to wipe down this little area here that we used. And then we're going to make a little cookie with a new recipe, and I don't know if it's gonna turn out, but I'm sure gonna try. So, let's see here. My rag looks yucky, but it is clean. It's just stained. We have well water, and everything you wash is, you know, I hope you guys have been having a wonderful summer. I haven't been on lately. I've just been kind of busy. We've been cutting down lots of trees and lots of different things outside. And I think this thing is just about out. Let me get a little. There we go. We got a little. So we don't have any granules on there or anything. We got it all cleaned up nice. Okay. Perfect. All right, let me get rid of this, wipe my hands down again, and then we're gonna see what kind of recipe here we're going to make. We're gonna not use the oven. Might move you over here. My egg pan from this morning, sorry. Okay, we're going to use our stovetop for these cookies. So we're going to make a cookie that includes some, pudding. I'm going to see if I have a sugar-free, which I do. It's not the small one though. Ooh, I wish I had this. This one is hardly used. I wonder if it would be enough. I probably used a little out of here. I have 2 of these that are open. Sugar-free. And I probably only used a little tiny bit out of here. And with this one, I'm going to put a little bit from this one to make up a whole package. Okay, that's what we're going to do. So, let me see here. Let me get my other recipe. So I think we need, I can't decide. I've been having problems with the sugar-free sugar. I just stay awake. I stay awake like till 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. So then my, I'm all falling apart here. Then my schedule gets all messed up. So I think we're going to use regular sugar, which I don't like to use regular sugar, but I can't stand not sleeping at night either. So I think we're going to go ahead and use, and this already has some of the sugar-free sugar in it. So I don't want to get overabundance of it and then be like wide awake. So we're going to use regular sugar. So I have to grab that. And we're going to use 3/4 cup of butter. Find that. 3/4 cup of butter. So I need a little bit more than a half. That's quite a bit of butter. Wow, that's a lot of butter. Okay, yeah, it's a cup. 2/3 cup of, we're gonna, instead of using milk, we're gonna use heavy cream. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's gonna be delicious. Use heavy cream for that. Nine, 10 of 25. Okay, we're still good on that. And then a small box of pudding, so we're going to use one of these, and then 3.5 cups of oats. So we're going to be doing it in a pan, but I still need my oats separated out. So we need 3.5. So I have to get the oats and get the sugar from the pantry. I'll be right back. We got the oats. We got the goods. We got the goods. Okay, I need a measure cup. And I like this little one too. What was in there? Okay, so I have a clean bowl. It's supposed to be a clean bowl. Might have got, I don't know, it's clean on the inside. Okay. We are going to use 1.5 cups of sugar it calls for, but we're only going to use a cup. If we can cut the sugar, let's cut the sugar. That fit in there? No, I wish. Here. And we might even use 3/4 because why so dang much sugar? It calls for a 1.5 cups. It's way too much sugar. So we're going to use 3/4 cup. We cut it back even a little more. 3/4 cup. Nobody needs that much sugar in something. Okay, and then we need 3.5 cups of 3.5 cups of oats. Count with me. 1, 2, 3. And I think it says 1/2. Yep, 1/2. Where's your 1/2? One-1/2. Good enough. And this actually calls for instant oats. Okay, so the recipe actually calls for the fast, quick oats, but we're using these because this is what we have. This is what we eat. We don't use the quick anything, so we're going to do it this way. And we're going to see how it turns out. We don't know because I've never done it. So I do want need a little bit of vanilla. And one day we're going to clean this thing out together, you guys, because it is overpowering. Orange, coffee, this one, butter flavor. I don't see my peppermint. Vanilla. Finally, I found it. Okay, so we're going to take this over to the stove. We need a good size, if that will fit in there, good size pan. I better get a larger pan than one of those little pans. Let me find a bigger pan. One of these. Good. I always like to rinse my pots and pans from the pantry. You just never know, you know? I just like to Don't want to end up with cookie with a ladybug in it or something. You know what I mean? Okay, so we have our pan. Excuse me. First, we're going to start with our butter. And I think what we need, we're going to have to cut this. So we need the whole stick. I'm over here by you guys. We need the whole stick. This is a half. I'm going to slice it so it melts quicker. And then this was already used, but I'm going to take just like a little quarter off of this one. I think that's fair. Because we need, for butter, we need butter, 3/4 cup. 3/4 cup. And one whole stick is a half a cup. So, okay, so we got that good. I'm just gonna slice it a little so it can melt better. Oops. And then we're gonna get this on the stove and going, kind of like a low heat. We don't want to scorch the butter and have a terrible taste. We scorch it. I've never made this recipe before, and the original recipe is different than what I'm making. I'll read that to you also. So we're gonna get this on the fire. And I'll bring you guys over when we get going. And just kind of like a low heat. I got a little bit of water down at my chickens today. They're so hot, so we take them ice and put it in their house bottles. You know, the used bottle, plastic bottle. We take the label off, and then we take that to them, and then they lay by it and they cool down. We do take them that. And today I took them a little lid to a big Tupperware thing, you know, like a tub. And I put just a little bit, like 1 inch of water in it so they can cool their feet down. So they should be doing okay, but I wanted to check on them here in just a little while, maybe 4 o'clock-ish or whatever. Check on them a little bit early today. Okay, so we have all of our ingredients pretty much measured out. So we're gonna let this butter melt, except for our cream. Now, excuse me. We're going to use heavy cream, which it really calls for just regular milk. And I'll read you the regular recipe here in a minute. It was actually a lemon cookie, but I changed it to a vanilla pudding cookie, is what I call it. And then the heavy cream would be 2/3 there. Oh, I have such a hard time opening stuff. My hands don't work like they used to. I was so good. But two-thirds cup of heavy cream is what I'm going to use instead of the just regular. Let me put this back away right. Okay, we got our butter going. Going to be amazing. I think it's going to taste amazing. And we don't have to run the oven. I was so worried because I really want to make a coconut cream cake. I've been dreaming about this coconut cream cake for probably about a month, and I haven't yet made it because it's so darn hot. I didn't want to get my oven going. Okay, so our butter is melting. It's almost melted. Get a little paper here. Put my thing down. And then I'll bring the other ingredients over here. If you guys don't mind my plant that needs to be, my flowers that really need to be, I did all of them yesterday, but I forgot that one. Okay, we're gonna throw this away. This we can put in the fridge. This we put down. We didn't do vanilla yet. Vanilla. And then my recipe over here. And then I'm gonna grab you guys and bring the camera over. And I hear it going, so I wanna get it turned down. Last thing I wanna do is squish it. Ooh. Far down. Okay, it's looking really good. Okay. Come on, you guys, I'll give you a little sneak peek. Okay. Give you a little sneak peek here. So here is the butter melted. How nice is that? Butter is melted. Okay, then we're gonna go ahead and put in the, I think we're gonna put in the milk. I hope I'm doing this right. I'm gonna put in the milk, the cream, the heavy cream. It kind of cools it down now a little bit. And then we're gonna get this sugar mixed up in here. Stir this around. Stir this around, let it get a little bit, warm in that. And then we're going to put in our oats because we need them to get cooking a little. But I don't think they have to cook all the way. I think they're meant to kind of like be a little crunch. I think I want them. I don't want them like an oatmeal cookie. You know what I mean? I don't know if you guys can see here. I have my tub there for taking things to the compost. Little bowl that I use to. It's empty right now, but put stuff in there. I'm going to get this a little bit warm, and then I'm going to put in the, maybe I should put in the Jell-O first. I mean the pudding mix. So see, I have almost all of this, except for maybe just a little bit. So I'm going to take a little bit from here, which I opened up 2 packs at the same time. I don't know why, but I did. Sometimes I use this in my yogurt in the morning, so I'll take like a teaspoon of this or 2 teaspoons of it and put this in my yogurt for flavoring so it's not so bland. It's not the greatest for you, but I enjoy it with the fruit and all that. So, yeah. Okay, so let me read to you, while we're waiting for this to heat up a little bit, let me read to you what the original recipe was. The original recipe was, probably too close, the original recipe was a lemon oatmeal no-bake cookie. So it was 1.5 cups of sugar, 3/4 cups of butter, 2/3 cups of milk, 1 small box of instant lemon pudding mix, 3.5 cups of quick oats. See, it was the quick oats, but 1 teaspoon of vanilla. So that was it. And then I thought about making this, not this time, but the next time if I enjoy it, make it with coconut. I think it would be really, really good. Coconut flavor and coconut with the pudding, vanilla pudding. Oh, I think that'd be amazing. So that's what it was. But today what we're doing is we're using 1 cup of, we used 3/4 cup of sugar, and we used 3/4 cups of butter, 2/3 cups of heavy cream, 1 small box of the pudding mix, and 3.5 cups of regular oats is what we're using, and 1 teaspoon of vanilla we will be using. So yeah, so this is starting to get warm now, and I think I should put the vanilla in there. See, and it doesn't say anything about extra water or anything, and you put this pudding mix in there, it doesn't say anything about the extra, I don't know. I think I should do the pudding before I do the oats, because I don't know. I don't know which one to do first, but like I said, I've never done this before, so and it wants to get lumpy on me. Don't do that. It just needs to heat and get stirred real good. Kind of feel like I got that up my nose a little bit. There, it's mixing up pretty good now. Oh, sorry. Okay, and we need just a little bit of the pudding mix from this. Not very much, because I only took a little sprinkle out for my yogurt one day. So we don't need a whole lot, just a little tiny sprinkle like that. That's it. And then put this back in the original box. Try to keep your things in the original box. Best. And then this one will get the pitch. All right, we'll go ahead and put in our vanilla now, and it just calls for a teaspoon. So we're just going to use the lid as a measure. It's about a teaspoon. Ooh, we have that in there. Okay, give it a little stir, and then we're going to put the oats in there, because the longer they're in there, the more they're going to get a little bit, you know, cooked off and all that good stuff. I did find another no-bake lemon cookie that was made with oats. What was it made with? Oats and oats, butter, and what was it? Oh no, oats. I think a little milk and white chocolate. That's what it was. That's what it was. We're gonna go ahead and put our oats in now. I hate to waste this much oats, so I'm praying it will turn out right. Turn out good. It's almost like the chocolate bars that you make, very similar, because that's full of butter too, and it has chocolate in it. And then you just lay these on parchment paper, and you really want them to get at least covered in this. And I use regular oats for those cookies because we only buy regular old-fashioned oats. All right, I'm going to get some parchment if I have some and put it over on the wooden top. I might have to use wax. Let me see. I have parchment. Yay! And then we'll let them dry. Here, I should put this in the fridge. That fridge is a mess. I need to we've been spending all of our time outside, so you know, when you do that, then of course your house kind of goes to heck, you know. So let these soften up just a little bit. I think they're gonna be yummy. Take a little piece. Yeah, except for the oats are hard. So if you buy instant oats, but I like the crunch. I think I'm gonna like it just fine. We'll let it go for a little bit. Let me show you guys. There they are. Delicious. So good. This reminds me of making Rice Krispie treats. I want to make those too. As long as it's not sticking on the bottom and they're just kind of cooking a little. They're not sticking. So we'll leave them in there until they, you know, cook a little down. Not down, but a little bit. Cook a little bit. and then we'll put them on by spoonfuls. Let's see what spoon we'll use. We'll use a scoop, I think. Maybe we'll use this little scoop. I have all of my other scoops. This one's a little bigger, I think. We'll use this for this size. I don't need to be eating no big, huge cookie anyway. So I have a bunch of these, and the different colors are different sizes. So I have some that are for cupcakes, I have some that are for cookies and different things like that. And I love these little scoops because everything then is a uniform. It's all like about the same size, you know, when you make your cookies. That's what I like. I'll rinse my hands again. Get sticky from that sugar and powder mix. So yeah, this is really going nice. Once it starts getting a little bit like it's going to stick, then it's time to go get it in the spoonfuls in the on the parchment. A little bit longer, I'm going to let it go. And then I'm going to show you a little little thing that I bought at the bookstore. And I went to Barnes and Noble, and I bought this little blessings. I bought one for my my neighbor too. Promises from God for women. And I haven't even opened it yet. I bought it like not this last Sunday, but the Sunday before. I've just been so busy outside that I haven't had a chance to do any of my fun stuff. But I did start drawing again, so that's a plus. And I got my new computer set up, and I'm going to be going back to writing. We'll get rid of that. We'll just put it right in that little box. Promises from God for women. And I have one that is about, this one is blessings. The other one is more of like a prayer type thing, like a scripture. You are truly a wonderful person. And then on the back it says, I pray that God will be kind to you and will bless you with peace. 1 Thessalonians 1:1. That's what it looks like. And then on the back it's a blue color. Cute, cute, cute. I bought these for my neighbor. I think she's going to love them. You are beautiful in God's eyes. And you turn it over. Every time I think of you, I give thanks to my God. Philippians, can't say it, 1:3. So it has such cute, I can't wait to read them each day, read each one. I don't want to ruin it for myself because I think the blessing is all in the excitement of what today's blessing is going to be. So, but those were just a few bucks, and it just brings so much joy to my life. I read my other one all the time. Every day I try to. And yeah. So we're going to go ahead and take this over to the wooden countertop there. And I have to find a place to sit, you guys. And I think should have really wiped that down, but we're just gonna go. We're gonna go with it. Not bad. Okay, everything's off, and then I'm going to bring you guys in the scoop. I don't mind my house because it's a wreck right now. Like I said, we've been totally consumed by outside, and that's what summer's all about, right? That's what summer's all about. So it's been amazing. We cut down a lot of trees and a lot of weeds. And then you can just kind of maybe push them down. Kind of pat it down. These are going to be yummy. Once that pudding kind of gets, you know, cooler, I think they're going to like stick together almost like a marshmallow would do, you know, like a thickening. Hot, yes, hot. Ha 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 ha. And how many of these it could make? They smell wonderful. They smell so good. And if you don't want to heat up your house, that's what didn't want to heat up my house. We're still trying to cool it down because we don't have central air here. We have in-floor heating, so that gives you no pipe work, no duct work to run air conditioning. So we have just window airs, and you know, when it's really extremely hot like this, it only does a little bit, you know. Each room does a little bit, you know. So I have one in my bedroom air conditioner, and I keep the door closed. And we have one in our living room, which most of the time we don't sit in there. We sit out in the den. So by the time it gets out to the den, it's kind of like okay, because we get cold easy, so it's all right. By the time it flows out there, it's like almost perfect, you know. Last night it did get a little hot. I was sitting in the den last night drawing, and it did get a little warm in there. These are going to be amazing. Oh my gosh. And like I said, you know, I experimented with the recipe because I wanted it to be a little bit healthier. I really wanted the imitation sugar. Now, if I like these okay, and then maybe I could go back and do like a sugar-free syrup or something like that, but I've been having problems with the sugar-free sugar, so I just have to back off from that. But like I said, the pudding has it in it, so part of it is sugar-free. You can just push them and get it a little incorporated. You'll have a wonderful little cookie. I hear a truck. I haven't ordered anything lately. There's a big hunk of sugar that didn't mix up. Like out like that, but get it out there. So yeah, my husband has been ordering a lot, so when he orders a lot, I kind of back off. I'm like, oh my gosh, you know, all these boxes coming here, you know. And so I back off. And then when I order, I think he kind of backs off, like, oh, my wife's spending money, so I better back off. Which I spend my own money, but which I shouldn't, but I do. Everybody does, right? Spend a little bit. So we got our pool taken down. That pool was looking terrible. We did get the pool down. And we got it ready if someone wants to buy it. It was like a $2,000 pool. And we had it up for a couple of years. And we got to enjoy it a little bit. And it was just too much for us with working full time to take care of. So we cut it apart, but we do have all of the sides. You just have to get a new liner that size, 22, I think it was 22 inches above ground pool. And so yeah. So we did get that accomplished. I mean, we've been really, we hooked up some outside lights, so we have some more lighting for our chickens, and we have some by the garden now. We have some by our sidewalk now that we didn't have, that was just our motion, and they come on, you know, automatic, which is very nice. And I might have to get more paper. It is hot in this corner, I can tell you. It's burning up. And this stuff is hot too. But I want it to be like a cookie, you know, like smash down. Very windy today. I think it's supposed to storm today, so it is in the forecast to storm. I'm going to make sure I take some electrolytes today. I feel like I could use those. I don't know if they're uniform looking. What do you guys think? They look a little uniform looking, not too Some not too big, some not too little. Kind of helps, I think, having a scoop. Still have a long way to go. I love doing little things like this. Kind of adds to your day, and you're having something halfway healthy, you know? Yeah, it's some carbs, but hey, just watch carbs everywhere else, and then you can have a cookie, right? I haven't had any carbs yet today, so I've only had 2 eggs so far today. And that's it. I wasn't that hungry today, I don't know. When it's hot like that, it's just like thirsty, you know, I just want to drink. So I've had a little bit of apple juice, and I had a little soda water, like purified little soda water with ice and a little bit of apple juice and mixed together. I love blending drinks, and it's so good. I'd rather have like a orange juice, or actually, you know, a different kind of juice, but I couldn't find any at the store when I went, so I just got apple. I was like, well, I should be safe with that. Still been having problems with different things that I eat. Last night I was eating a salad, and I said, I just want something little to go with it. And I said, well, I'm going to look in the pantry, see what I can find, because almost all the chips have that sunflower oil in it, and I can't have that. So I'm sure I'll have a bellyache tonight, because I started eating a couple Doritos, and then after I ate a few, I was like, oh shoot, I better read this. And then I read it, and I was like, oh, of course, it's got the sunflower oil in it. Oh, them oils, man, them seed oils are terrible. And they give me the biggest stomachache you ever seen in your life. I try to, but I was really hungry because I just got done with the chickens. We bought a little tiny pool for 2 people. It's so cute. And I washed it and I filled it up last night. And I was doing the chickens, and it was like all this different stuff I was doing. I was like, oh, I'm just hungry, I'm tired, and I just want something to eat quick, you know? And then I grabbed the wrong thing. I was like, shoot, I can't keep doing that. Maybe there's an easier way, you guys, for this. I don't know, but I'm having fun. I'm having a little bit of fun. I think that's all we got room for, and I think we got a little bit more, but let's see if we can make a little space. No, they're not coming up so easy. A little bit. There, I'm going to have to soak this pan a little bit. The last one. Yay! Yay, yay, yay. And then I'll let these sit for a couple hours and just see what becomes of it. Now, if they don't turn out, I probably won't upload the video. But if they turn out, I'm going to upload the video and say they were amazing. Okay? So you guys will know that they were good. All right? If you see this video, you know they were good. Okay. Well, wash my hands. I have this candle here. It makes the house smell so good. I don't like burning them too much in the summer, but this one does smell wonderful. It says, bring joy to life, oatmeal and maple cookie. That's what this candle is I'm burning. So you know it's amazing. It smells great. All right, we can get rid of that Jell-O box or pudding box. We got to mop up over here a little bit. And we're just going to let them set and we're gonna have a really nice cookie later tonight. We can have a little treat. Can't wait. So thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for subscribing, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and you'll go and make one of the recipes. You'll make the recipe for the dishwashing detergent, or you'll make these fun cookies. It's a little bit different ingredients, but hey, if you do it all sugar-free and you can handle sugar-free, more power to you. I have to figure out which sugar-free I can have. I started off with the Splenda. I was fine on that, and I don't know. I don't know. I have to like really start investigating what it is I'm eating sugar-free and which sugar agrees with me and which one doesn't, so I can better you know, cook and bake for myself. So so thank you guys for watching, and I look forward to talking to you guys